I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Dante Fabro of the Nashville Predators.
This is Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace Aros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started on the No Half Step in hockey coverage, first, let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you're getting educated about the show, that's when you click on that merchandise tab. Get straight to our classic logo t-shirt, our Pride logo t-shirt, all of our different special event t-shirts, and so much more. All the gimmicks you've come to know and love and expect from Renegades of Puck are all still available on our online store. Whether that's socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, makes no difference to us. Something like 88 different items available in our online store. Easiest said, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this operation, so here's how you can support the Renegades of Puck. We sure do appreciate everybody who is in the trenches with us on X and also on Threads, on Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok. We appreciate you. Interact with the show. Please leave us a comment wherever it is you prefer. We'll find it. Trust me, on YouTube. Thank you so much. And we sure do appreciate stick taps, love, and respect to our good renegade Carlos out there in Memphis. We appreciate you keeping an eye on the western front of the state of Tennessee. Sure do appreciate you checking the show out on YouTube. You can find the latest episodes of Renegades of Puck TV and also our recap, our preview, all of our different interview segments, and so much more right there on YouTube. Just search Renegades of Puck and subscribe to that channel. Today, we sure could use a few more Renegades in the trenches over on our YouTube channel. When it comes to the audio podcast, we are doing tremendous. From local to global in 2023 to 2024 and continuing on with that momentum and success in 2024 so far, quickly approaching 10 million all-time replays for the show. We sure do appreciate everybody making the Renegades of Puck such a great success, and that is due in large part to the Full Press NHL Network and the Full Press Predators podcast. That's how you can find the show streaming on numerous platforms. You can find us on Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon, and several other podcast platforms. Whatever it is you prefer, just search Renegades of Puck today, and you will find the show. Venmo, that's how you can support the show and make a donation financially. Just search Renegades of Puck at Venmo or scan the QR code that's currently on your screen. It's just as easy as that. Every dollar goes a long way to helping this hockey operation build out our set, build out our technology, our equipment, and also, in the future, throw some events. Maybe have a Renegades of Puck all skate. We'd love to have everybody together. I think that would be a pretty tremendous event, actually. Maybe we should start thinking about and working on something like that for the near future. So that's Venmo. Just scan the QR code. I want to think about something other than equipment upgrades and technology upgrades for just a minute. I want to start thinking about more promotional stuff as we get to the non-playing portion of the schedule upcoming when the weather gets really warm. Maybe we can all get together and skate at the rink together. All right, that's going to do it for the Venmo promo. Let's move on. Let's get you to the No Half Step in hockey coverage. Time for operation number 876. That's right, time for show number 876. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators are currently in fourth place in the Central Division after 59 games. They have a record of 32, 25, and 266 points, has them 9 points behind third place, which is an automatic qualifying bid for the Central Division. But the 66 points the Predators currently do have them in a wild card spot. All the standings updates coming momentarily. The Nashville Predators are finally going to have another home game where their record is 14, 15, and 0. That's not so good. The Preds are now tied with the Dallas Stars for the most number of victories on the road with 18. The Preds an impressive road record of 18, 10, and 2. The Preds have scored 184 goals in the season, given up 187 against. They have a goal differential of -3. Let's update the absolute latest on the Central Division standings. It's the three-team weave at the top of the Central, first through third, separated by 3 points. Currently occupying first place is the Dallas Stars after 59 games. The Winnipeg Jets have skated in 56 games. They have 77 points, 1 point out of first. Colorado has 75 points. They've also skated in 59 games, same number as Dallas. Outside of the three-team lead for the Central Division title, you'll find the wild card chase back, and the Nashville Predators representing the Central Division quite well there right now with 66 points in fourth place in the Central. St. Louis is at 62 points, and then Minnesota also at 62 points. The Arizona Coyotes fading, 51 points in seventh place in the Central Division, and the Chicago Blackhawks at 35 points are awful. The wild card update is the LA Kings still hold wild card 1 as they have somewhat settled into that spot, but they are facing heat from behind now as the Nashville Predators at wild card 2 have moved up to 66 points, only 2 points behind LA. St. Louis, first team on the outside looking in, tied with Minnesota with 62 points. Those teams 4 points respectively out of the number 2 wild card spot. Now, For the Predators, it's amazing. 5-game road trip has come to its conclusion. Some 7 o'clock starts, home cooking, all that good stuff. For the Preds, next game's against Ottawa. We'll drill down on that one home momentarily. But after that, back to the more traditional Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday schedule. Again, after that, it'll be Minnesota, Colorado, Montreal, and then Buffalo, all at Bridgestone Arena as part of this 5-game homestand. And the Preds' next game on the road will take place on March the 9th. It'll be the first meeting of the season between the Nashville Predators and the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's happening all the way that late in the schedule on March the 9th. So the Preds are about to wrap up the regular season series against a couple of Eastern Conference teams that they saw earlier in the year, and one of those teams is the Ottawa Senators, the Predators' next opponent. They met back on the 29th of January in Ottawa. The Preds fell in overtime. Saros, 31 out of 35, took the loss. McCarron, Tomasino, and Trennan scored the goals for the Nashville Predators, just as you draw it up when it comes to your A1 offensive players, McCarron, Tomasino, and Trennan. It was Sogord getting pulled from that game after giving up 3 goals early. Korpisalo came in, was perfect with 17 saves. He picked up the victory. Stutzel had the 1 goal, 1 assist. Kachuk had a goal and an assist, and the Nashville Predators blew a 3-0 lead in the second period against the Ottawa Senators. Now, maybe not so bad against some teams, but the Ottawa Senators are 7th overall in the Atlantic Division. They have a record of only 25, 27, and 3, 53 points on the season. On home ice, or on the road, I should say, 8, 14, and 1 on the road. They scored 186. They've given up 193, a goal differential of -7. So what I'm trying to say is the Predators never should have lost that game when they had a 3-goal lead in Ottawa. Let's take a look at their most recent stretch of action. Let's talk about the previous 5 for the Ottawa Senators. On the 17th of February, the 3-2 loss at Chicago. On the 19th of February, 4-2 win at Tampa Bay. That's not that easy to do. On the 20th of February, 3-2 overtime loss at Florida. On the 22nd of February, 4-1 win versus Dallas. That's also not very easy to do. On the 24th of February, 4-3 shootout win versus Vegas. So what I am indicating here is that the Ottawa Senators may not have the best overall record or the best statistics, but you better watch out because they've recently scored a victory in Tampa Bay. They also recently scored a victory on home ice against the Dallas Stars. So beware and do not take this team lightly. After all, the Preds have already taken an overtime loss to this Ottawa Senators team this season. Now, let's talk about the matchup itself. Individual team rankings. Here it is. The goals for the Ottawa Senators, 3.35 per game, is 8th. 8th best in the NHL in scoring are the Ottawa Senators, 3.08 per game for the Nashville Predators. It's 17th. And the goals against category, 3.51 for Ottawa is 28th. And then the goals against category for the Nashville Predators, 3.17 is 20th. Shots for the Preds, 31 on net per game is 13th. 32.6 on net per game for Ottawa is 8th. So the second metric where the Ottawa Senators are in the top 10 in the shots against category. The Preds are giving up 30.4. That's 19th. The Ottawa Senators giving up 30. That's 15th. In the special teams scenario, the Nashville Predators are favored in both of these particular metrics. On the power play, 18.5% is 21st overall in the NHL for the Nashville Predators. 38 out of 205 is your raw data. For the Ottawa Senators, 16.3% is their conversion rate on the power play. 26th overall, 32 out of 196 on the PK. The Predators 2 points, 2 spots, 2 rankings ahead of the Ottawa Senators. Kill rate is 75.9%, 27th overall. They've given up 45 power play goals in the season. The Ottawa Senators 74.5% kill rate is 29th in the NHL. They've given up 42 power play goals again. So again, just like when the previous 5, there are wins that should be of a concern to the Nashville Predators. There are also statistics here. Goals for 8th, shots for 8th. These are possibly problems for this Nashville Predators team who gave up 4 goals against this Ottawa Senators team the last time they played. Now, every team in the NHL is full of high-skilled individuals, and we like to talk about the top 5 in scoring, the potential goaltending matchup for each of these teams. So in this matchup, let's start with the Ottawa Senators. Stutzel, 14 out of 39 for 53. Giroux, 18 plus 34 is 52 points. Kachuk's got 25 goals and 22 assists for 47 points. Batherson, 18 and 24 for 42. Tarasenko, 15 goals, 22 assists for 37 points. On the Nashville Predators side of the ledger, Philip Forsberg now, 28 goals and 31 assists for 59 points on the season. He returns to his point-per-game pace, which is fantastic news for this Nashville Predators team. The captain, Romaniossi's got 12 goals and 42 assists for 54 points. O'Reilly's got 20 goals and 28 assists for 48 points. Nyquist, 15 and 31 for 46. And Tommy Novak, 5th overall on the team, scoring with 12 goals and 19 assists for 31 points. Expected to get started net as you see Saros on home ice, 23, 21, and 2, 904 save percentage, 2.95 goals against average, and 2 shutouts on the season. Anton Forsberg is 11-8-0 and 8.95 save percentage, 3.09 goals against average. We'll have to update and see how it changes this because Monday night the Ottawa Senators will be in Washington to face off against the Capitals, so we'll have an updated segment in place of this one before the game happens at Bridgestone Arena on Tuesday. So just make a a note of that. That's going to do it for getting you all set for the Nashville Predators and the Ottawa Senators. We'll go and take a look at what happened on the last game of the road trip. It was in Anaheim, and thankfully it wasn't too late to start because I think everybody was pretty worn out by Game 5 of the West Coast swing for this Nashville Predators team. We'll talk about the Preds were in Anaheim. It's the Rebirth Sports full game recap, and it's coming up next.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 25th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were in Anaheim to face off against the Ducks for the third and final time of this regular season. It also happens to be the fifth game of a 5-game road trip, second night of back-to-backs. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Glass, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Sherwood, Yossi, and Fabro, McDonough, Schenn, Luzon, Carrier, better known as the same exact line combination defensive pairings as the previous 4 games. If it ain't broke, don't fix it is the mentality. Lankinen gets to start in net on the second night of back-to-backs. We're 1:42 into the first period, and it's Dostal coming with a save on Jankowski. First shot on goal of the game at 2:29 of the first. Dostal comes with a save on Carey, 4:02. Lankinen comes with a save on Leeson's deflection. First save of the game for Lankinen. 5:14. Lankinen comes up with a save on Lundstrom's backhand, 6:23 mark at the first period. Lankinen comes up with a save on Henrique at the 6:46 mark. We see Lankinen coming with a save on Johnston's slap shot, and the Nashville Predators are simply slow to get just about anywhere, and Anaheim is getting plenty of time and space, especially in the most dangerous areas in and around the Nashville Predators net. The Preds defense not sharp, but Lankinen is so far in the first. 8:51 into the game. Lankinen comes up with a save on Lindstrom, 9:44. Lankinen another save, this time on Carlson, and the Preds continue to be slow to wake up in this game on the second night of back-to-backs at 10:59 of the first period. It's Dostal coming up with a save on McCarron. Then we find our first special teams situation of the game. The Predators' fourth line finally broke the pressure of the Anaheim Ducks, and they draw a penalty. Carrick off the box, 2 minutes for tripping on Sherwood. Dostal comes with a save on Forsberg's wrist shot, then another save on Nyquist, but the Preds never really threatened or were in a dangerous position during this power play. At the 14:59 mark of the first period, it's Lankinen with 5-on-5 action coming up with a save on Strome at 15:08. Lankinen comes up with another save on Strome at 16:35. Lankinen again back to work, a save on McTavish with the edge of the glove, and it trickles just wide of the post. This was in a really scary and dangerous area. At 18:12 of the first period, it's Luzon versus Carrick. 5 minutes each off to the box for fighting. A good and quick scrap here in the first period. 19:58. Dostal comes with a save on Glass. We hit the end of the period, and it is no score in the game. It is Nashville with 8 shots on goal, Anaheim with 8 shots on goal. We flip over to the clean sheet and the second period, just 15 seconds in, and it's Lankinen coming out with a save on McTavish at 1 minute even of the second period. It's the captain, Roman Josi, coming out with his 12th goal of the season. This was one heavy shot from out high, and it beats Dostal, giving the Nashville Predators a 1-0 lead. The captain, Roman Josi, with his 12th. 1:23 of the second period. It's Gudis off to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Dostal will save on Luke Evangelista, but the Nashville Predators power play again rather ineffective against not a very highly rated penalty kill here in the Anaheim Ducks. Only 1 shot on goal at the 3:38 mark of the second period. It's Lankinen coming up with a save on Carlson's deflection in close at 4:19. Lankinen another save, this time on Killorn at the 7:45 mark. The Nashville Predators pick up a shot on goal right here by Luke Evangelista, stopped by Dostal at 8:24 of the second period. It's Kevin Lankinen coming with a save on Leeson. Another deflection. Leeson was doing a good job of getting into the interior in good, dangerous areas and getting opportunities for deflections this entire game. At 8:51 of the second period, Carey off the box wins for interference. The Ducks getting their first opportunity at a power play, and that finds Lankinen coming with a save on Henrique, and then Lankinen coming up with another save on Strome. The Nashville Predators penalty kill does just enough as we cross over the halfway point of this game at the 11:04 mark. Back to even strength hockey. We find Dostal coming with a save on Michael McCarron at the 11:54 mark. It is Lunderstrom coming up with his third goal of the season. It was Shen in the neutral zone, misplayed the puck off of the wall, and that allowed for an odd man rush into the defensive zone. Wrist shot comes from the slot. Glass could not do anything to get back in time on the back check, just could not get there. Anaheim breaks through after having quite a bit of pressure here in this second period. Now this game is tied up at 1 apiece. 13:06 now into the second period. It's Gudis off the box. 2 minutes for High, sticking his second minor penalty of the period. It is Dostal coming with a save on Ryan McDonough, and then Dostal coming with a save on Carey. So 2 shots on goal, both by defensemen coming out from out high. The Nashville Predators not able to get to the interior, not able to bring the good solid jam on this power play. Again, we flip over to the backside of the sheet of paper. We find at 16:05 of the second period. It's Dostal coming with a save on the captain, Roman Josi, at 16:35 of the second. It's Lankinen coming with a save on Carlson on the one-timer, sliding across a big-time save right here. A good amount of athleticism displayed by Lankinen. We go to the 17:54 mark, and it's Gudis off to the box again. 2 minutes for holding, this time on Tommy Novak. It was really, could have been called a number of different penalties, but it was called holding on the score sheet. We'll move on from there, and it's Dostal going back to work and coming up with big saves on Josi, and then on Forsberg, and then again on Forsberg. We hit the end of the second period. The Nashville Predators gaining some pressure there at the end of the period thanks to that power play, but unable to convert. We will go to the third period with the shots on goal at 20 apiece, and the game tied at 1 apiece. Now into the final 20 minutes of regulation hockey, and we are 46 seconds in, and we find Sherwood off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. The Anaheim Ducks came out just buzzing at here. Start of the third period. Lankinen comes up with a save on Minchikov, plus the follow-up jam by McTavish. Sherwood out of the box, clears the loose puck of the rebound out of the middle slot area. This was one of the more dangerous scoring opportunities of the game for the Anaheim Ducks, unable to convert. There were bodies piled up everywhere. There were rebounds being fired off of legs, off of butts, off of backs, off of just about everything else, but none of them found their way into the net. Just after that, as it typically goes in the hockey world, 3:26 of the third period, it's Philip Forsberg with his 28th goal of the season. It was a wrist shot from out high after Novak's clean face-off win. Forsberg curled around to the middle of the zone and picked his spot, took the shot, and sniped for his team leading 28th of the season, giving the Nashville Predators back there 1-goal lead, 2-1 now in favor of the Nashville Predators. At the 4:51 mark of the third period, it's Lankinen coming with a save on Killorn at 7:30 of the third. It's Dostal coming with a save on Luke Evangelista at 8:18 of the third period. It's Dostal coming with a save on the captain, Roman Josi. And at 8:43 of the third period, it's Michael McCarron getting his 8th goal of the season. Rebound, put back jam, getting to the high danger area and doing the hard work and getting reward. Fabro took the long shot. Dostal stopped it, but the rebound was right there. McCarron not only got to the rebound, but tucked it around the goaltender into the net for his 8th goal of the season, giving the Nashville Predators a 2-goal lead, 3-1 here in the third period. At 9:29 of the third, it's Lankinen coming with a save on Frank Petrano at 10:32. Dostal comes with a save on McDonough, 11:35. Dostal a save on McCarron. We hit the 13-minute mark now of the third period. It's Lankinen coming with a save on Gudis. Fast-moving pace to this third period. The clock is dissolving quickly. 14:17. Lankinen a save on Killorn. 16:34. Dostal comes with a save on Sissons at the 17:36 mark of the third period. It's Leeson's 7th goal of the season. The low-high play works. The great success from behind the net below the goal line to the side of the crease for the easy finish. Leeson was getting into the interior and being dangerous all night long, and this time he finishes his 7th, makes it 3-2 now in favor of the Nashville Predators. With the extra attacker on just mere seconds later at 17:58 of the third period, it's Gus Nyquist, the empty net specialist, with his 15th goal of the season, his 3rd empty net goal of the 5-game road trip. Nyquist's 15th goal of the season restores the Nashville Predators 2-goal lead, now 4-2 in favor of the Nashville Predators. At 18:41 with the extra attacker on, the captain Roman Josi clears the puck over the glass. It is in fact ruled to be a delay of game penalty. Lankinen comes up with a save on McIntosh, and then McTavish, and then Lankinen comes up with a huge save on Henrique. The rebound goes off of the post. It's held on the goal goal line. Lankinen, an incredible job right here with his final save of the game. Nashville Predators are going to win this game 4-2 in Anaheim. The Ducks will outshoot the Nashville Predators 32-29. And for the Nashville Predators, it is the first time in franchise history, in their 25th year of existence, the first time in franchise history, that the Nashville Predators have swept a 5-game road trip. We said going into this road trip, taking 75%, 7 out of 10 of the points would be really a great way for the Nashville Predators to rebound from what they had been going through as of late. They went for the optimal top shelf level. They went 5 out of 5, winning all 5, and they also picked up all 10 points on this road trip. They are back in playoff position, and the Nashville Predators have their groove back on the road. This team is unstoppable right now. They sweep the 5-game road trip, including important games in the playoff race in LA and also against St. Louis. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap, full analysis, and so much more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in Renegades of Puck podcast. Let's start with Lankinen in net as we get to the analysis and opinion portion of the show. 29 out of 31, and he was just outstanding in this game, especially there in the first period. The Preds did not have their skates underneath them in any way, shape, or form. They were slow all over the rink. They were slow to react. They were slow in the D zone, and they were slow getting to pucks, and that's where Kevin Lankinen came in, and he bailed this Preds team out early in this game and made some pretty big saves throughout the game, but it was especially the first 7-8 minutes of the game where Lankinen probably did his best work of the entire night. So Lankinen picks up the win in this one. Good job by Kevin Lankinen coming in on the back end of this back-to-back at the end of the road trip and securing the final 2 points for his Nashville Predators team on this 5-game swing. Forsberg had a goal and assist now, 2 points in this game, 28 goals on the season. I was a little more bullish going into the road trip. I thought Forsberg was going to feast on some of these lesser teams out there on the West Coast. He still ate pretty well, but he didn't feast. 28 goals. I predicted he'd come back home with 30, so he picked up 3 goals on the 5-game road trip. Now, overall, 59 points. That does restore his points per game pace for the season, and he also had 5 shots on goal in this game, which is fantastic for Philip Forsberg. So good to see him coming alive here at the end of the road trip. 5:33 in power play time on ice and 19:22 in total time on ice. That's a lot of minutes for a forward on the second night of back-to-backs. The captain, Roman Josi, speaking of a lot of minutes on the second night of back-to-back, let's start with that. 23-12 in this game to lead the Nashville Predators, but he also scored a goal. It's a hell of a shot from out high. Big, heavy shot. One of his 4 shots on goal in this game. And for the captain, Roman Josi, the number 1 scorer all-time in franchise history, ahead of Philip Forsberg now at the end of this road trip. You have got to point out the leadership aspect of this. 5 games for the Nashville Predators. When they were down in the dumps, the GM wasn't letting them have any fun, and they were absolutely sliding, and Roman Josi helped turn this thing around. 5 wins, the first time the Nashville Predators have ever won a 5-game road trip, swept the road trip. So impressive stuff for Roman Josi, picking up a goal, 4 shots a goal. 23-12 leads the team and also helps lead to that 5th victory on the road trip. McCarron picks up a goal, also has 4 shots on goal. He brings the jam, goes to the front of the net, cashes in on Fabro's rebound off of the long shot. It's a great job by Michael McCarron. He had an assist the previous night in San Jose, picks up a goal goal in this game, and he just continues bringing the jam out there on the rink. I don't understand why people have such issue with Michael McCarron. He's chipping in offensively. He does a lot more than just go out there as a fourth-line grinder. He's good on the face-off, and he's certainly an imposing physical player when needed to be, but he doesn't overdo it. Nyquist in this game, the empty net specialist, picks up his third empty net goal of the road trip. And listen, Nyquist now at 15 goals in the season with his Nashville Predators team. He's got a reasonable chance to get to 20 goals on the season. Should be over 50 points. Well, if he gets to 20 goals, he will be over 50 points. He's at 31 assists and 46 points in the season. But Nyquist was in a little bit of a slump there, and now it seems like the empty net is helping him regain his confidence. 3 empty net goals on this road trip for Gus Nyquist. So he shows that the coaching staff trusts him in late game scenarios to be a good defensive forward, and it also shows that he has the skill and the acumen to put the puck into the net when he gets the opportunity. He's done it from multiple locations on the ice. He even had a defender in front of him, so it wasn't as easy as just throwing it at the net. So Nyquist, the empty net specialist, picks up his third on the trip, now 15 on the season. Dante Fabro had 2 assists in this game, and you know what? This is a notation I really want to make. It's impressive enough that one of the defenders got 2 assists in this game, so for Dante Fabro, that is fantastic news. Also had 2 blocked shots, also had a shot on goal, 14:39 in total time on ice. But this is what I really wanted to point out. The team is 5-0 since Dante Fabro returned from healthy scratch. That is something we talked about before the road trip, how it wasn't Dante Fabro's fault, and maybe the best thing for Dante Fabro was not being in the lineup for that game where the Predators gave up 9 goals to the Dallas Stars. Dante Fabro was fantastic on this road trip. Now, it wasn't perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect defenseman. They give up plays. They make mistakes. Sometimes they get out of position, but Dante Fabro was really good on this road trip, and the team is 5-0 since he got back in the lineup from being healthy scratched. That's going to do it for the analysis portion of this here episode. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital. We'll come back. We'll talk about the good, cold, hard numbers known as the box score, and then we'll close episode number 876 out. We'll be right back right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in Renegades of Puck podcast. Time for the box score. Your goal scorers for this Nashville Predators team: Philip Forsberg, Michael McCarron, Gus Nyquist with the empty netter, and the captain Roman Josi. Those are your 4 goal scorers, 3 from the forwards, 1 on the defensive side of things. When it comes to assists, Fabro led the team with 2. Sherwood had 1. O'Reilly had 1. Novak, all he does is make plays. He had 1, and Philip Forsberg also had 1 assist. Tommy Novak also got knocked around a whole lot last night. He seemed to draw the ire of the Anaheim Ducks all night long, but was also helping draw penalties. Shots on goal, Philip Forsberg led the way with 5 in this game. Michael McCarron had 4. The captain Roman Josi had 4. When it comes to blocked shots, it was Cody Glass with 5 in this game. Also Ryan McDonough with 5. Alex Carrier chips in with 3. Nobody else above 2. In the physical component of things, a little crooked number right here. Luzon with 8 hits in this game. Also had a fighting major in this game. Sherwood had 5 hits. Shen had 4 hits in this game. When it comes to your time on ice leaders, second night of back-to-backs, Andrew Burnett did a good job in the first night, rolling all 4 lines against San Jose, and had to do so again in Anaheim, and was able to balance things out quite well. Your time on ice leader was Philip Forsberg among the forwards, 19:22 in total time on ice, and then O'Reilly at 18:23, and Nyquist at 17:10. That's good balance right there for the top line, not getting overextended the first night in San Jose, and not being relied upon too much versus Anaheim on the last night of the road trip. On the defensive side of things, we did have 3 defenders get over 20 minutes in total time on ice. Josi, of course, 23-12, led the total team on ice. McDonough, 22-42, and Luzon, 20-15, despite sitting in the box for 5 minutes in this game. When it comes to the power play, the Nashville Predators were 0 for 4 in this game. Philip Forsberg led in time on ice at 5:33. Nyquist had 5:13, but Roman Josi, 6:27 27 in power play time on ice, and the Nashville Predators unable to convert on any of their 4 opportunities. Penalty kill, though, was perfect, and this was a big help. 3 out of 3 by the penalty kill. Let's give some stick taps to the penalty killers that were out there on the rink. 408 and 408 time on ice for McDonough and Shen. That is impressive. That is a lot of hard minutes out there. On the forward side of things, 231 shorthanded time on ice for Cole Smith, 212 for Sissons, and 135 for Ryan O'Reilly. Again, power play 0 for 4, penalty kill 3 for 3, face-off winning percentage 53.7 for the Nashville Predators. It's good to be on the positive side of 50 again. 27 hits, nice step up from the previous night in San Jose. I think in San Jose, the scorekeeper, the official scorekeeper, I think he dozed off for a couple of minutes in that game because the numbers were so depressed in that game. They were so low. 27 hits seems a little bit more normal against Anaheim, especially 21 block shots for the Predators. That also, again, seems more normal. And 5 takeaways, but 7 giveaways. Don't like being on the negative side of the takeaway giveaway battle in that one. Let's close this thing out because that's all that's going to fall out of the box score. There's nothing else. Lankinen went 29 out of 31. He gave up 2 goals against an in-game save percentage of .935, 23 even strike saves, 4 power play saves, 2 shorthanded saves. Again, stellar performance in the early parts of this game, allowing the Nashville Predators to slowly get their skates under them. By the middle of the first period, they started getting their skates under them. They got a power play. Then they started putting on some offense, and then the Predators were able to secure that 5th victory of the road trip. So impressive stuff. So that's where we close things out. 5 out of 5 on the road trip, 5-0, picked up 10 points. We said optimal was 7 out of 10. So what is above optimal? This is just about as good as can possibly be. It's a franchise record for the Nashville Predators, 5 straight road wins on this 5-game road trip, and now 5 home games, an opportunity to right the home record, which currently is 14-15-0. The road record, 18-10-2. Whatever it is the Predators have managed to do on the road, whether it's simplifying, whether it's checking into the hotel, whatever they got to do, now that they're back here for this 5-game homestand, they've got some games that they should be able to win and continue putting pressure on the teams in front of them in the standings. The Predators right now, it's not realistic to think about the division championship and this Nashville Predators team. It's not realistic, but to put it in perspective, the Predators currently are 12 points behind the Dallas Stars with the same number of games played, just 12. That's not so bad after 59 games skated and game 60 coming up and the next 5 being on home ice. If the Preds manage to make a run during this homestand, they could start putting a lot of pressure on teams like the Colorado Avalanche, who they will face on this upcoming homestand, and also several others. All right, listen, that's going to do it for talking about the road trip. I am so happy the Preds are going to be back home. I'm happy to see everybody back in Nashville. I'm happy to get some more normal start times. I'm happy to get some more rest, and I'm happy to be done with this back-to-back stuff for at least a little while. So for the Nashville Predators, fantastic job. Can't describe it any better than that. 5-0, 10 points on the road trip, and they played really good, strong games against important Western Conference opponents at LA, at St. Louis, at Vegas. San Jose and Anaheim, those were teams they needed to beat, teams below them in standings, and teams they did beat. It wasn't always pretty, but it was effective. That's going to do it for operation number 876. But wait, I want to take you back one more time. Just one more time with me. I want to take you back to the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena in Nolensville, Tennessee. It was the last night of the regular season for the Nashville Spartans. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe the season has already come and gone. The Spartans have qualified for the playoffs. I'll let the report sum it all up and give you all the infos and all the details. But listen, Nashville hockey community or anyone from around the region, the Nashville Spartans have a playoff game on a Sunday night, March the 10th at 6:30. This team deserves your support. This team has been out there just slugging it out in the Great Lakes division, playing incredible hockey, putting up just unbelievable offensive numbers. They've got great defense. They've got great goaltending. They've got great power forwards that can put the puck in the net with regularity and ease. It's truly an incredible lineup. They deserve your support. Let's all get out there and support our hometown junior team, the Nashville Spartans. Being the voice of the Spartans, it sure would mean a lot to me to see each and every one of you at the rink. I take you now to Nolensville, Tennessee, as we close out the regular season versus the Cincinnati Cyclones.
I'm Charlie Saunier, the voice of the Nashville Spartans, and tonight, the sun sets on the regular season for the Nashville Spartans and the USPHL premiere in the Great Lakes Division. It's the final home game of the regular season, but it's not all sad because the Nashville Spartans have already clinched a playoff berth. They come into tonight's final game of the regular season with a record of 35-7-1, 71 points. Still work to be done. A regular season scoring champion to be determined as we have a three-way tie at the top of these stats leaders right now. Ronan Keenan with 85 points, Kyle Flynn with 85 points, and the captain Austin McCauley with 85 points as well. Daniel Duzick is 17-6 and one of the 2.09 goals against average. That's fifth best in the USPHL. Last night, it was the Spartans defeating the Cyclones 15-0 on home ice. It was Sean Kerriman with 3 goals and 4 assists for 7 points. Keenan, 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points. Flynn had a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Walker, a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. And Hurt got the shutout, his second of the season, going 15 out of 15. Shots on goal were 88-15. Nashville Spartans hockey coming up just behind me over the hills in the most beautiful community you've ever seen, Nolensville, Tennessee. Come and join us tonight at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. I'm Charlie Saunier, voice of the Nashville Spartans. Swords up, prepare for glory.
Good evening, Spartans fans. Tonight's a very special night as we honor our 2003 World players that are playing in their final regular season game of their junior hockey careers. Robbie, congratulations on your impressive junior hockey career. We wish you the best of luck as you continue your journey. Next up, we'd like to welcome to the ice National Spartans assistant captain Chris Green. Chris is accompanied by his brother and father Brad. Chris, congratulations on your impressive junior hockey career. We wish you the best of luck as you continue your journey. Next up, we'd like to welcome to the ice National Spartans captain Austin McCauley. Austin is accompanied by his father Dave. Congrats on your impressive junior hockey career, Austin, and we wish you the best of luck as you continue your journey. We'd like to welcome to the ice National Spartans assistant captain Kyle Flynn. Kyle is accompanied by his teammates Justin Tizzle, Mason Hart, and Sean Kerriman. Congrats on your impressive junior hockey career. We wish you the best of luck as you continue your journey. Please welcome back Mr. Mason Hartz. Mason's accompanied by his teammates Kyle Flynn, Duncan Chisholm, Evan Sterling, and Sean Kerriman. Congrats on your impressive junior hockey career, Mason, and we wish you the best of luck as you continue your journey. Thanks, congratulations to all these outstanding players and their families. Thank you for representing the National Spartans organization and being a part of our family, and we look forward to following all of their future success.
And welcome in everybody to the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. It's the final night of the regular season here for the Nashville Spartans. Tonight, the Spartans close the weekend series against the Cincinnati Cyclones. It's family night. Just wrapped up an incredible pregame presentation, giving out flowers to all of our incredible families and all of our players that will be spending their final night of the regular season in junior hockey. Of course, for the Nashville Spartans, it's not all sadness. Tonight is not the end. Tonight is the beginning of the next chapter, as the Nashville Spartans have already clinched a playoff berth and will have their first playoff game in team history on March the 10th here at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena at 6:30. Tonight, we're almost 7 minutes in. 0-0 is your score. Kerriman rips it and ends that thought process, though. Bar down, wrist shot from a sharp angle for Sean Kerriman. 13-14 to go in the first period. Spartans lead 1-0. Spartans get the goal right there. That's going to be a great piece of jam right from the front of the net. It's going to be Gino and Delicato off to the bench first for glove taps. 2-0 Spartans, 10:43 remaining here in the first period. And Delicato holds the puck. He's on the backhand. He turns around, wheels, looks to set up the play, sends it back out to the blue line. Spartans have plenty of room to take that shot. Novak takes the shot, and that knuckler goes into the net. On the backhand now, sends it back out. And that shot on net's going to allow the Spartans to get another rebound opportunity, and that puck is going to be put back and into the net in midair while falling down Bobby Orr style. It is Mason Hartz putting the goal into the net. More jam from number 85 for the Nashville Spartans. Corey Walker holds. He looks to take the shot, sends it across to Murray. Murray puts it on net, and that puck is chipped in. More jam by the Nashville Spartans. Corey Walker gets the play started and sets everything up just perfectly for the other Walker. It's Walker to Walker here at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. Spartans maintain possession. They'll fire it on the net, and Chris Free is going to chip that puck in the net. It's a power play goal for the Nashville Spartans, making it 7-0 here in the first period. Free brings the jam. For the Spartans, though, they take the puck down to the other end of the rink, and they put it in. That's going to make it 8-0 in favor of the Nashville Spartans. And Sakowski was there in the corner, frees the puck, gets it out high, sends it over to Chisholm. Chisholm fires it on net. That's going to be off the iron and in. Spartans on the board again. Nashville Spartans to the net, and they are going to not. They are going to get the goal. The goaltender faked me out on that one. Don't put that one on my demo reel. That's a bad goal call. We'll take the draw to center ice, as a matter of fact. And Delicato catches the puck, hands it to himself, passes it to Murray, and Murray deposits it in the net for the hat trick. An incredible play right there by the Nashville Spartans. Gino and Delicato to set the play up for Murray to pick up the hat trick. Gino and Delicato made one heck of a play right there, and I don't have time to talk about it because that's Corey Walker scoring a goal. Corey Walker puts the puck in the net right in front of his grandma sitting here at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. Congratulations to Corey Walker. 12-0 now in favor of the Nashville Spartans. Free into the offensive zone, looks to take the shot, and that puck is going to be in the net. That's a sick rip by Chris to make it 13-0 Nashville Spartans. And the Spartans will maintain possession and break out with ease. Karaman has a lot of time and space right here. He walks in and tucks the puck into the net on the backhand. Karaman makes it 14-0 Nashville Spartans. That was Hart with the shot right there. Turned aside by DiCarlo. He followed his own rebound all over the half wall. Picks up, looks for another shot. Fires it on the net. This one just wide of DiCarlo off the end wall. Spartans recover it. Chris Free jumps in to be the second attacker on there for the Spartans and help maintain possession. Sterling has it out high. He'll look to send the puck down low along the wall. Murray holds right along the wall. Tried to feather a pass across, ends up going up in the air, goes all the way across the zone to Hartz. 1 minute to go on the Spartans power play. Murray crashing the back door, and Murray puts the puck into the net. The delay by everybody. In the Great Lakes Division right now, that would have Toledo facing Cincinnati. These same Cyclones and the Columbus Mavericks would face off against the Buffalo Stampede. Spartans and Jets wait at home while the Spartans score their 16th goal of the game. 30 seconds to go here in this regular season for the Nashville Spartans. What an honor and a pleasure it has been to be the voice of the Spartans for the last 2 seasons and to represent the USPHL on Flow Hockey. It has been tremendous. Of my 29 years as a professional broadcaster and entertainer, this has truly been some of the most fun and some of the most comfortable I have ever felt as a broadcaster. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your words. And most importantly, we'll see you in the playoffs. Spartans win 16-0 here to close out the regular season at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. They'll finish the season with a record of 36-7-1. Second place will earn them a bye in the first round of the USPHL Great Lakes Division playoffs. And they will await the winners of next weekend's series, and then we will find out who the Spartans play before coming back to the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena on Sunday, March the 10th at 6:30 p.m. Put it on your calendar. Book your tickets, get your hotel room, and get to the Nolensville area for the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena and the Nashville Spartans' first ever playoff game in history. Unofficially, Ronan Keenan wins the scoring title for the Nashville Spartans this season with 87 points. He ties Kyle Flynn with 87, but due to the goal tiebreaker, it will be Ronan Keenan taking the scoring title. It was family night here at the Gary Force Acura Ice Arena. We gave out flowers and we wrapped up the regular season. Again, an honor and a pleasure. The Spartans will come together here at center ice after stick taps, and they will have their post-game prayer, and then we'll make our way out of the rink. We'll talk to all the families. Maybe we'll even grab a slice of pizza on the way out. What an incredible season it has been for the Nashville Spartans, who go 15-1 on home ice, score 152 goals on the season, and have 8 shutouts. I have been, and will continue to be, the voice of the Nashville Spartans, Charlie Saunier. What an honor. What a tremendous season, and it's just getting started. You're watching Nashville's premier junior team, the Nashville Spartans, right here on Flow Hockey. Good night from the Nashville area.